Real Estate Tips Tuesday, and this week we're going to talk about buying versus building. So is it cheaper to buy a house or to build a house? So this kind of varies from area to area, of course, but for the average, to build your own house is about $350,000. And the average home price now is about $380,000. This is, of course, nationwide. In Colorado, it's a little bit different, and it varies depending on what city you're talking about. So there are definitely pros and cons because it is cheaper to build your own house. So here are some of the pros of building your own house, and that is you get the design that you actually want. You get to have all of the layouts, the interior, all the stuff, without having to remodel an old home that just might fit your needs. But this one will actually be what you want it to be because you get to lay the whole thing out. And you'll have new pipes and new electrical and all that other stuff, so you won't have to worry about any of that stuff going bad in the near future. So those are definitely some positive things. But there are some negatives to that. So some of the downside to building your own home is the time that it can take to build a new home and all the construction headaches that come along with it, along with some landscaping stuff. And when you buy an older home, all of the landscaping and nature has definitely matured. So you have nice big trees and the grass is mature and all that stuff. When you build one, you have to build from scratch. So everything is still little and immature. So you don't get the nice shading that you would in an older home in, say, your landscaping. And also it takes a while to build homes, and so there's always that downside of, waiting for construction, or something gets delayed, or something is, missing, or something gets done wrong and has to be redone. But there's also those types of delays now, especially in a seller's market where you can't even find a home for up to 6 months. So that is definitely one of the kind of negative positives about constructing your own home. Yes, it takes a little bit longer and there's headaches, but it might be a little less stressful than trying to find that house out there and purchasing it. Another positive thing about building your own home is that it can be definitely more energy efficient than older homes that you might have to actually upgrade or redo to get it up to some of the standards that are now available today. So when you build your own home, then you can already build that stuff in there, so you won't have to worry about upgrading it in the future. But one of the negatives is appreciation. When you buy an older home, you get a sense of what that home has been through because it has its history, and you can pull comps and all that stuff. With a newer one, newer construction, you don't get that. There's no track record, there's no history, so you don't know if that home will appreciate higher or lower based on the area, because in newer and upcoming neighborhoods that don't have any previous information on that types of areas of a home. So you won't know if your appreciation will be higher or lower, but usually most homes will have appreciation in the future if you hold on to the home long enough. Some other downsides is the upfront costs. So usually when you're purchasing a home, unless you're purchasing it with cash, you need to sell your home to get the down payment for your other home. But in the case of building a house, you're not selling your house first before you purchase or before you start construction. So you'll have to save up money to purchase that house. It would be kind of like if you were renting. You would need to build up your down payment so that you can come up with all the money of the upfront costs that start the construction of maybe possibly purchasing the land, and then all of the permits that you need to pull the cost of those, and also laying down the foundation, like your plumbing and your water and stuff like that, your foundational stuff. So the upfront cost can be quite costly, and you might not be able to qualify for a loan at that point either. So you need to kind of think of some of those upfront costs that could potentially be very costly in the short run. So depending on what route you want to go, building your own home can definitely be a positive, especially in this type of environment. That's if you can find the right land that you can purchase. Right now, the average cost for land is about $3,000 per square foot. So if you can get out there and find some and then get to building, you won't have to worry about where you're gonna live once you sell your older home. If you have any questions about this topic or any other real estate related topic, please reach out to me on any of my social media pages. And if you like this video, please press the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button so that you can get these great videos into your email box every week. And until next week, have a wonderful rest of your weekend.